What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tony. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in, and if you're not, thank you for coming back. Anyways, everybody, we're back with another Yap session with me, and the last time we done this was a whole year ago, and of course, it's 2025. I don't know how long it's been since I've done that, but I got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of subjects. I feel like I kind of hope people can relate with this video, and hopefully you guys maybe understand what I'm saying, or if not, hopefully if you have like your own opinion about what I'm saying, leave a comment down below. But anyways, I got three subjects right now. I want to talk about sort of social media, my perspective of social media nowadays. I also want to talk about sort of the feeling of loneliness. And another thing I want to talk about is sort of just adulting is very strange. That's just the three things I want to talk with y'all. Hopefully, it's like pretty, fits in here with the gameplay in the background. But let's get into it. So, I want to say with social media, I've come to a realization that the only platform that I kind of sort of enjoy out of the most, that doesn't sort of give me misinformative stuff or rage bait or, just things that I feel like personally we don't need on the internet, a lot of hope and happiness. While if I use Instagram Reels or X or TikTok, I've sometimes come across good videos and then I come across the misinformative, rage bait, content that just generally is trying to piss off society and make everyone hate each other. I don't know why we as a society has, you know, shifted social media towards a sort of, oh, if you want to have a platform, you got to have followers, or you got to, be the most degenerate person imaginable, and you have to stoop so low to gain views. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, okay? I myself at fault for that. I used to make very stupid ass videos that would make a lot of people angry, or stuff that pretty much broke a lot of TOS that I would bypass because the reality of it, I did not care because all I cared about was the fact that I was getting attention. I've come to this further notice that it's just ridiculous and it's just a waste of time to make the world angry. We're always mad. Everyone is angry. And I understand it from an angry person myself. I have a lot of rage, I sometimes have a bit of anger issues, but I don't go sometimes onto the internet and do that. And I will say right now, I am at fault for whatever behavior I've done before. I be honest, I try my best to fucking, not act like a crazy dude on the internet or be unhinged like I was back then because now I'm an adult and there's no real, there's no real point, no objective to be doing that, okay, y'all? There's no objective to be doing that at all, and it's just pretty much exhausting. And the only platform that I don't see it as much is YouTube. Even with YouTube Shorts, like I know YouTube Shorts gets like bashed on how corny it is and how sometimes like the memes are a bit behind like from Instagram or TikTok, but I don't see a lot of rage bait. I don't see a lot of people, bickering or fighting in the comments for hours on end. And that's the thing that I feel like some of you people need to get, serious help. You see, I'm a little mentally ill, but sometimes I've come to a sudden realization that sitting on my butt on my computer screen or telephono or tablet and arguing with somebody else in a comment section, I look like a clown. I look stupid. I put myself in the third perspective and go, what are you doing, bro? You look dumb. It's just a waste of time to be doing that. Why are you doing that? And and I know why, maybe because, I think it's funny or I just have an ego, but I now realize that stuff is just dumb. It's just like really ridiculous. Like it's stupid. And when I come across that type of stuff on like my comments or comments I see that I leave or reply, it triggers me because it's like, why are you this miserable? That's like the real genuine question. Why are you people so fucking miserable? Life is miserable. Life is rough, okay, y'all? And the fact that y'all gotta add more, salt to the damn wound is pathetic. Because instead of us being like, happy, and I know around the world is kind of just messed and a lot of stuff just sort of, we're all sort of just sort of on autopilot mode. There's no point of being just negative, and it's exhausting. And I'm like that. And sometimes I do bring it onto the internet, and I know it's my own sins and my own fault for doing that stuff because it's just ridiculous of me to be doing it. So I'm learning to stop. But it's everyone does it now, and it's Not funny. Some of you people do it so bad that it's just at the point where you're just mad at each other. You can't even like troll with each other right and then, calm down. That's the problem. We can't learn how to be passive aggressive and laugh about it. And, I just feel like it's mainly Instagram Reels, TikTok, and X, because all those videos are just, not those videos, all those apps just piss me off, because it's just, sometimes I come across a good feed of good videos, funny memes, relatable memes, and then suddenly, bam, rage bait, bam, you gotta be, 6 foot to be dating these type of women, bam, women shouldn't be, working, they should be in the kitchen, bam, like stuff like that just makes no freaking sense on why it's on the internet, okay, everybody? And the fact that we have to tolerate with it is like ridiculous. All right, stop tolerating with it, okay? And all these platforms that have all these options for like a report system, y'all gotta work on it. I'm sorry, but like I'm keeping it real, y'all gotta work on it. But yeah, like I kind of see the perspective of it now. Yeah, sometimes social media is a pretty good thing, but I've realized that everyone sort of is just pretty much miserable, and if you're not miserable, they're gonna make you miserable. And it's really sad that like how I have to say that, because back in the day, not that many people were miserable on the internet. Yeah, we had those type of people, but not that much nowadays. And it's just a lot now, and it's just annoying. Like, damn, I hate life too, bro. Stop bringing it down with me, okay? And it's just like, bro, y'all got some issues, and I got issues too. But damn, like, no reason. Now the second one, the feeling of loneliness. I don't know what's up with me, but as of recently, I've been working so much, and the only time I have for myself is either like after work, and all I do is just work out, or I play video games, or I don't do nothing. That's the real genuine like answer. And also on my days off, I've kind of come to a realization that you're going to be doing a lot of stuff alone after high school or college. And sometimes you will, find a connection with somebody, a friendship or a relationship or whatever, and you guys will work it out together, throughout the life. But I don't know, as of now, how I view it, I don't really much have anybody. I have friends. I have good close friends. I have new connections. I still talk with my family, but I don't know why I still feel like that. I feel like I'm just alone, doing a lot of stuff alone. Things like I want to talk about things that I wish I can relate with people, but I feel like there's no point because I'm alone. And maybe that's my mental state. Maybe it's the mentality I had because of how I grew up, or how my family, ingrained in my head of that, oh, you're pretty much alone in this world and you have nobody, which, I kind of view it like, yeah, I don't have parents. I never met my dad. My mom, yeah, she was around, but she's been a bit erratic for the past few years. And, I don't have anybody to go to talk to because, well, how I view it, there's no point to do that because we all kind of have our own problems and issues. And I know people tell me to go to therapy, but I put in my perspective, what's the point of therapy if, it's just a waste of time. Like, that's the thing, that it's super unhealthy of me to think, and I wish I can just not think like that. I wish I can, go get the help, go talk with a therapist, and just, ask, why do I feel this? I don't, like the one word that people know, I don't feel that at all. I love life. I just sometimes feel like a lot of stuff I'm doing is alone. And with the genuine connections I have, sometimes I feel like I'm not really having a connection with them. And I've always had this mental state for a bit, and I thought like maybe, hey, what if I just cut myself off from everybody, like maybe I'm not that important. I don't get no messages. I don't get no calls, I don't really get a hello, good morning, Tony. I'm usually saying good morning to a lot of people, and it's out of my sweetness or whatever, but like I feel like that, okay? And it's, I don't know, is it right to feel like that, or is it not right to feel like that? And should I get therapy, or should I not, because of how society or how the world works, or how, oh, you're a man, you're not supposed to? But I feel like I do need it, But yeah, I just been feeling a little lonely. You feel me? Like maybe I need to have a connection with the spirit land. Maybe have a stronger connection with God. Maybe read the Bible. It's like all this stuff I'm telling you. But yeah, like I don't know. I wonder if y'all feel like that. If you ever feel like you don't get text messages or calls, like Like, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. Some people, they'll show their real colors. Some people won't. Some people just, don't care. Some people do. Who knows? I'm just overthinking too much. Maybe I'm just in my head too much. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. It kind of, gets to me. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is adulting. I'll be real with y'all, okay? I know some of y'all that watch me are adults. Maybe some of y'all are young. Maybe not. But as an adult, it's sort of a free for all. Unless your family, raised you right and, you know, took you to the right direction of path. And as long as you went down the right path, you notice that adulting is not that hard. But adulting will always be hard. Adulting will be very strange. And even the adults that are around that you look up to, fuck, man. When they were like my age, I bet they were so confused. Or some of them just kind of were on like the good route, but didn't, see the expectations of what they were going to be. Like that's what I mean. When you become an adult, it's so brutal. It's just weird. It's just that's just all I have to say. It's weird. It's just like, what the hell? Like, I got to be responsible. I got to pay bills. I got to pay taxes. I got to vote. I got to watch the news. I gotta, be an old head. I gotta be an unk, as the new generation calls it. You feel me? Like, and it's not bad. It's like, yeah, you have a bit more free will to do whatever you want to do. But that's just how I view adulting. Adulting is just weird. As a new adult, yeah. I'm not a new adult. I've been an adult since 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 22, 23, 24. But I'm still learning. And, every day, day by day, it's something new to me. And I just kind of wish, I was more prepared. More prepared, yes. Okay. I think that's all I have to talk about, y'all. I think, yeah, I finished. So you're going to see a bit of, like, I think COD 4 gameplay or whatever. But if you guys did make it to the end, thank you. I'm glad you heard me out. And, any advice in the comments? Should I go to therapy? Or should I not? Or, should I find a different, healthier route? Or what? I don't know. Anyways, I'm out. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, peace.